Good morning and welcome to Alive and Thriving. I'm Nathaniel J, and this is where we study graduate level Christianity. We want to be focusing on the ideal of Christ, not the personality of Jesus. The unifying source field connection that we all occupy. It is the core of the religion, not the systems and the legalism or the dogma that we have put into place around the core.
We are fast approaching a cosmic event that is going to have a profound effect on our consciousness.
We are part and parcel of the one infinite creator, and by presenting the ideal of Christ, you embody the energy signature back of that ideal. This is Nathaniel J with Alive and Thriving, and we are here to create graduate level Christians. And the reason why we call it graduate level Christianity is these messages coming through life and teachings of the masters of the Far East certainly are what should be in the Bible. However, due to the Council of Nicea from ancientorigins.net, the Council of Nicea occurred in 325 AD. It was an assembly of about 300 bishops from across the Roman Empire, and they met in Nicea to discuss theological issues, particularly the teachings of Arianism. One of the most important outcomes of the Council of Nicea was the formulation of the Nicene Creed, which is still used as a profession of faith by many of the Christian denominations today. In 324, Constantine became the sole ruler of the Roman Empire, and although not a Christian himself at that time, he allowed Christians to practice their faith without being oppressed. As the ruler of the Roman Empire, Constantine hoped that Christianity could be used to unify his subjects. Divisions within the faith, however, meant that this would be difficult to achieve. And in order to unify the Christian faith, the emperor convened the Council of Nicea. During the 4th century AD, there was a controversy within Christianity regarding the nature of the Godhead, specifically the nature of God the Son in relation to God the Father. One position maintained that though Jesus Christ was divine, he was not equal to God, as he was a created being. And this belief is known as Arianism, after Arius of Alexandria. The other position maintained that Jesus and God are equal, being consubstantial. The seriousness of the Arian controversy may be seen in the fact that the emperor himself tried to reconcile the two parties to each other. Constantine sent letters to both Arius and St. Alexander advising them to end the conflict. As neither party were prepared to back down, Constantine decided that the best way to resolve the conflict was to convene an ecclesiastical council. What happened? Well, in 325, the Council of Nicea was convened. The council was attended by about 300 bishops from across the Roman Empire. One of the most important outcomes of the Council of Nicea was the Nicene Creed, which defined orthodox or correct Christian belief. At the end of the council, Arianism was left with only 3 supporters: Arius himself, Theonas of Mauricia, and Secundus of Ptolemais. Arius' teachings were declared as heretical, and his books burned, and Arius himself was exiled by the emperor to Illyria. Various other issues were also discussed by the participants, and 20 canons were issued, most of which being administrative in nature. Why was the Council of Nicea important? The Council of Nicea had lasting impact on Christianity. The Nicene Creed is still used by most of the major Christian denominations, including the Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, and Protestant churches. Additionally, the involvement of Constantine in the Council of Nicea indicated the solidarity between church and state and the patronage of ecclesiastical matters by secular rulers, a pattern which was to last for centuries to come. So there you have it, folks, a little brief snapshot of the Council of Nicea. Books that were included were done in such a manner as to confer power back onto the organizing body, i.e. the council and the church. This might not have been the exact thing that the council was trying to produce, but nonetheless, the church told you to worship Jesus and then therefore you would be saved, which we know today is just not the case, that each and every single one of us is part and parcel of the Godhead and therefore capable of attaining enlightenment. Therefore, we have to go outside of the Bible to get the core of the Christian message in such plain language as it is in Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East. The very fact that these exact words are not in the Bible should not dissuade you from studying these texts. The same way that you don't get a master's degree or a doctorate from your undergraduate studies is the same type of mentality, the same type of outlook one should have when they have exhausted their primary religious text. And that's exactly the way that I like to think of graduate level Christianity. You are piecing together a much larger puzzle than you were led to believe was the whole entire puzzle that the Bible represented. It's just simply not the case. The master level work, the graduate level work, the advanced research necessary to really truly awaken one's consciousness to that which they really are and that which they're really capable of is found in life experiences. So if your life has directed you to this channel, if your life has directed you to these texts or ones like it, then congratulations. The Almighty Spirit that moves through all things and has its being in all things has successfully directed you to a piece of content or material that's going to further serve the awakening of your soul. Now, your soul is always awake, so when we use terminology like that, what we're talking about is you starting to accept and allow and embody more and more of that which you truly are. Your soul, the part and parcel of the one infinite creator. And when that takes place, sit back and enjoy the ride. Absorb the material, seek it out, and then investigate it for yourself. As the Buddha said, don't take my word for it, live it out. The same way that any good sage will direct their students. So here at Alive and Thriving, we cover graduate level Christian texts. And we take it a step further and we go into our daily lives and we practice it.
And with that, namaste. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. God bless.